What's up? Ryan here, Silent Undersea. We're going to be doing a Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U. Obviously remade from a Twilight Princess from the GameCube and the Wii version. 2006, I think. I could look it up, but the internet doesn't exist anymore. So this is not going to be a comprehensive walkthrough style. I plan to do pretty casual sort of playthrough of this. And we're just going to make it through. It might end up being 100% or close to by the end, but we're just going to kind of take it smooth and see where things lead. I will say that I think this game's pretty dope. It's not one of my favorite Zelda games by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think that as far as just like the base Zelda formula, it's a pretty damn good game. And I always recommend Twilight Princess as, if someone's just getting into the series, it's a great way to start. It's a great jumping on point. It's just an all-around solid game. There we have it. Okay, well, let's get started here. Gotta make up a new file. I am playing with the Pro controller. I would like to play with the gamepad, but I mean, I don't know, things just kind of unwieldy here, especially with the recording setup going on, so I'm just gonna do it with the controller anyways. But I do think that when this game first came out, the gamepad was a great way to use. You can switch between items with it on the fly using the gamepad, much like the Wind Waker remake, and you can see the map and stuff, so I do think it's a great way and adds a lot to the game. But just the Pro controller for me, so I'm just gonna keep the original name Link. I haven't really thought about what I'd name a horse yet. Opponent's the default. Hell. I wonder if I could fit some. Oops. Yeah, his name's gonna be Pass. I was gonna name him Party Master. I don't know why. That's just the first thing that came to mind. You know what I'm gonna name him? I'm gonna name him. No, I want this cool little face O. I bet this would be easier on the gamepad as well. Typing with this cursor does not feel very good. Jesus, you can't even like auto scroll with it. It's kind of laggy. Alright. Can I fit Mo Butts? Hell yeah. My horse's name's gonna be Mo Butts. Okay, so hero mode and normal mode. Hero mode, the damage you take will be doubled and no hearts will drop for advanced players only. Watch out. Okay, no hearts will drop. That's always a good thing. What this doesn't say is I believe the hero mode actually reverses the map, which is kind of strange to me. In the GameCube version, the map was one way, and then in the Wii version, they actually swapped the entire game was swapped from left to right, and that was because when you're holding the Wiimote, the game's actually controlled by slashing the Wii remote to slash your sword, and so for some reason they felt it was necessary to have Link be right-handed for that, because most people are right-handed. So instead of just reworking Link's model or whatnot, whatever they have to do for that, they just swapped the entire game, which is pretty funny. But because of that, the hero mode actually swaps it as well, but that's meant to make it harder, much like the Ocarina of Time remake did a similar thing in their hard mode. I think it's kind of weird, because a lot of people are going to be used to that anyway. The Wii version, I imagined it was probably more popular, but I don't know. I prefer the GameCube version, and it's really not that much harder in hero mode anyway. Twilight Princess is a pretty easy game. So, I'm just going to go with the normal mode. Hey Link, you in there? Look at this guy. Hey, you mind helping me herd the goats? They ain't listening to me lately. Man, I wouldn't listen to this dude either. Where's Mo Butts? I can't think of a more badass name for the horse than Mo Butts. I wonder if I've named it that before. Huh. Knowing me, you know. Hey. Come on now, hurry up and bring Mo Butts with you. Okay, we gotta go get more butts. I don't know why I'm giving him that voice. Okay. Let's go look for Mo Butts. It's gotta be down here somewhere. So we got a little backstory on kind of a task we got set out for us. Gotta go deliver some sword to Hyrule Castle. Should be pretty dope, but first we gotta get some, you know, basic training. Well, that was thoughtful. This is Ilya. Mo Butts works really hard, so I thought she deserved a treat. But could you do something for me? Can you use a piece of grass to play that song for me? You know, the ones that Mo Butts likes? Well, if Mo Butts likes it, any song favored by Mo Butts is a song favored by me, you know? So that's just a little piece of grass you can use to call your horse whenever you find it. They're kind of scattered out throughout the world. It's such a nice melody. Mo Butts looks happy. Well, she's all prettied up now, so I suppose you can ride her back, but don't make her do too much, okay? Alright. We're not going to push Mo Butts too hard. So we're just going to take this guy back to the dude. This game has a pretty long intro. It'll take us a while to get through it. Probably just chunk it all off in this video, I suppose. I'm not really sure how long that's going to take. But let's go meet some of the townspeople here. So welcome to Ordon Village. You can see it's teeming with life. Like this badass over here. There's the mayor. He's chunky. So we can talk to people on the horse. If it isn't young, hey, I'm not young Link anymore, okay? That was a few games ago. You gonna close down the ranch for today? I just closed the shop myself. I'm sure y'all know all about the mischievous monkeys that have been coming into village lately, but those things worry me a bit. I better lock up tight here. I couldn't stand to have any more goods stolen. Can't trust that good-for-nothing husband to do anything right. Well, come on, Dad. You can't catch a silly little monkey? Well, no, I can't. Man, this guy sucks. Listen to us babble on. I didn't mean to keep you. Alright, off to work with you. Well, I guess that's it. Got another family over here. Oh, hi Link. I'm making you a fishing rod, you know? All I have to do is paint it, so get ready for fishing. Alright, I'm ready. I'm trying to target the mom here. That's not working. We'll speak to Russell. Great timing, Link. There was something I had forgotten to tell you. My son Colin is making a fishing rod so the two of you can play. Yeah, I know. You should finish it today, so you should come get it at the house tomorrow. Why can't I get it today? I'm ready for fishing. Whoa, okay. Camera's going nuts. I'm gonna have to get off to talk to the mother. Good evening, Link. This is a lovely sunset, is it not? It's kind of you to spend time with my husband, you know? It gives me time for myself. What's that mean? Do you have to put the livestock to bed now? Well, I guess so. Let's go do it. Speak to the mayor on the way out here. Oh, Link. Looks like you're gonna help Fado. Good job. He headed up to the ranch ahead of you. You go finish up your chores before the sun goes down. I think the sun will wait. So we're gonna go head up and finish all the job we had to do. Pretty lax day, I gotta say. I like the design of those goats. They got like circle horns. Okay. Sorry to get you over here in such a hurry, Link. These guys have been awful skittish lately. They won't listen to a word I say. Sorry to ask, bud, but how about you and Mo Butts herd them into the barn real quick? We ain't got much time, so you think you can do it for me? Much obliged there, bud. Okay, go and herd all these little scamps into the barn for me. Okay. This isn't actually a big part of the game, but for some reason they make you kind of train on it regardless. So you gotta kind of herd these goats in. It's a little tricky. It can be kind of annoying. You kind of want to just go in a circle around them, and then you can whoop. Kind of get them going in the right direction here. And once you get them kind of like in the direction, well, going in the direction of the barn door, they'll kind of just go in. Every once in a while, one will just freak out if you whoop them and go ape shit. So, but we got them in pretty easy. Just 10 goats ain't no thing. Link, Mo Butts. Much obliged to both of y'all. I can cover everything tomorrow without having trouble, so you just sit back and relax, bud. Unlike today, which has been absolute grueling work. Oh, but how about today? You want to practice with the fences? Just wait a spell, bud. I'll get the fences set up. Normally, when he sets up the fences, I just leave. Y'all get tired of riding, just jump the gate and head back to the village. So I feel really bad. Oh, shit. Ain't nothing cooler than fence jump. He's like really trying to sell it. Okay, well, basically if you're dashing fast enough, you can jump fences. Again, it's not really like something that's used all that much throughout the game, and sometimes it doesn't work. You know, you can tell it's totally the game's fault. But we're just gonna. Actually, I will explain some things about the horse while we got the chance that I remember. So obviously, you can dash. You don't generally want to use up all your dashes because then it takes longer for them to refill. I believe if you're holding a certain shoulder button, you can just jump off. Let me see here. Yeah, so you can hold down, what's that, ZR? If you're holding down ZR and you jump off, you can just dismount. There's several ways you can mount Epona. If you go to the side, he'll get up, which is pretty slow. You can get a head start here if you jump from behind, and you can start the ground off run. I don't know what that phrase means, but whatever. Okay, so that's pretty much how it works. You can also use items on top of Epona too. So there's going to be some horseback combat, which is pretty cool. That's kind of one of the big things they were showing off when this game was coming out. Do you want to save? Well, I think I'll just save when the recording's finished in case something goes terribly wrong. You can save the game at any time, by the way. Typical Zelda protocol. And here we are on the next day. Wake up, Link, it's morning already. That took like 2 seconds. Alright, so we get a little preview of Link's house here. It's got some pretty nice digs. All sorts of knickknacks everywhere. He's got a cool kitchen. He's cooking a pot of stew. I've just been letting that set at a brisk simmer all night, you know. And he's actually got a basement. But if you go down here, it's like dark as hell because lights are not yet invented in Hyrule. So that's kind of just a future architectural goal that Link's kind of set himself out for. We'll come back later and see if we can't do something about that. I'm sure the reward will be pretty insane. Link put something down there that he doesn't remember, so he just kind of set that up for himself, you know. It's just kind of what he does. So we got the children here, they're chilling. Oh, Link, did you hear? They're selling a slingshot at the store right now. A slingshot! I wonder how powerful it is. I need it. I must try it. Tallow, if you and Mallow want it so badly, then just buy it at my parents' shop. Do you see any rupees in my hand? I can't afford that thing. Come on, Beth. Can't you just loan it to us for a while? You know I get in trouble for that. If you two want it, save up your allowances or something. But our allowances are terrible. I wish I was born into a family with a slingshot instead of one with a water wheel. Yeah, don't we all? Let's see what Colin's got to say over here. This dude's kind of the loner. Hi, Link. I finished the fishing rod I was making. I thought I'd give it to you first thing in the morning, but my dad said, you just wait until Link comes to get it. That's why I didn't bring it to you. Dad's out today, so would you ask Mom about it? I think she's by the river. Man, is it really that big a deal for me to just get it myself? Okay, well, let's see what kind of shenanigans are going on in town today. Hey, good morning, Link. Got a day off from work today, my boy? Not me, the wife's been hassling me. Today's the day to restock our store. Look, see that up there in the tree? You can get a better view by pressing these buttons. Link's like, what? Yeah, some Ordon bees built themselves a fine nest up there and I was thinking about knocking it down. Our cat hasn't come home since yesterday, so the wife's in a bad mood. At the very least, I need to bring some whatever to her. I didn't read that fast enough, okay. Well, yeah, he's right. You can look around by pressing, God, what do they even call this on Nintendo? The R3 button. That's probably it. So, we got bees up there. We can't climb up yet because we'll get stung by bees. I don't like to get stung by bees. Oh, good morning to you. Did you come to get the fishing rod that Colin made? Well, yeah. Let's get the fishing rod. I'm sorry, but would you hear me? See, this is why Colin should have brought me the fishing rod instead of making me have to do all these chores just to get it. It's a baby cradle made of finely woven tree bark. Such a misfortune. How far could it have drifted, I wonder? So she put her baby cradle in the river, just trying to test its buoyancy, you know? Make sure she got her bang for a buck there, and I guess it floated down the river. So we're gonna be taking a look at that. Let's kind of just explore around here. There's a kitty cat over here, and we're looking for a kitty cat. Let's try to guide it back. That'd be cool if you can do it that way. You can't actually do it that way. Let's go see if we can find some other townsfolk. This guy up here. Yo, Link, yo, up here. I want to talk to you. Press A while holding ZL so we can chat. It's always weird when games do that kind of shit. Hey, there you go, over here. Yeah, our voice carries well as usual. Maybe you can teach my tykes that you gotta press A. Okay, I can't take this seriously. So he tells us we can climb up the vines. Thankfully, they greatly improved the climbing speed in this game compared to the old version. Yo, there you are. Check this out. You know Sarah at the general store? Well, isn't that her cat over there? He's just been sitting next to my house having a staring contest with the creek. You don't suppose he's thinking he's gonna catch a fish, do you? A cat can't catch no fish. Anyway, that's not what I was meaning to tell you about. I want to take a look at something. See that grass growing over there on the edge of that rock? Haven't you been seen whistling with that stuff? I figured it was pretty rare to see it growing in a place like that, so I thought I'd let you know. I bet you could hop across these rocks with a quick little hop and skip. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a hawk grass. You can blow these over here. I don't know if you can do anything with the hawk that shows up right there, but I will show you this one over here. We got blue rupees. Rupees obviously the currency. Blue's worth 5. I got a green earlier, it's worth 1. Red's worth 20. You get the protocol. So the hawk grass plays this weird little song. We can call on a hawk. And now we can see a monkey over there. You know, they added that gate. In the old version, you could swim over there. But they added that gate there. It just now occurred to me. I don't know how the cradle floated all the way over there with that gate there. But also, I don't know why they blocked off this area in the first place. All it's got is just a couple rocks. You can get some rupees with it. Which we're going to need rupees. Because, I mean, we heard there was a slingshot in the store. And I want to buy it before the kids buy it because that's dope. So, I don't know why they blocked that off. But we got the cradle. That, this chick totally, mismanaged. Oh, Link, that cradle. Did you go to the trouble of finding it for me? My thanks to you. Oh, that reminds me. There is something I'm supposed to give you. Do you think you could carry that cradle and come back? Man, just give me the fishing rod. Look, she walks so pregnant. She's so slow. But luckily we can skip all that by just walking over there ourselves. And she just catches up. My thanks to you, Link. Yes, yes, I had nearly forgotten. I'm supposed to give you this. Yeah, I haven't forgotten. We get the fishing rod. Hell yeah. A simple fishing rod with a bobber. So Colin made this for us. It is a little unpolished. My son Colin made this under the instruction of his father. You can use it if you like. Awesome. So we can select weapons. Jesus, I hope I get the button right. The plus button? Hell yeah. You know what? Okay, this is what really sucks. In the GameCube version had the best item select screen out of every Zelda game. Because they gave you like a wheel. And the wheel would get more and more items on it. And they would always be evenly distributed across the wheel. And like, it was a really good system. Because not only was it very fast to select items, even with a controller. But you never knew if you had all the items in the game. So it was a really cool way of introducing some like mystery into what items that you still may or may not have yet gotten. And I thought that was a really elegant system. I don't know why they decided to opt for this menu system. Even I know this is used in the gamepad, which is totally fine. Makes a lot of sense. I wonder if it could have been too much trouble to get the wheel system back if you're using the Pro controller, because I think that would have been a lot better. That's just me. I mean, it was a lot easier to scroll throughout the wheel, like, because you could hold down a button and go across the different sides of the wheel too. So this menu system is just clearly worse as far as I'm concerned. But that's just a gripe that I got. Okay. So, cat can't catch no fish. We got a fishing rod. We're gonna catch a fish. You just kind of put that in there and then, okay, there you go. In the GameCube version, it was holding down on the C stick or something. I got a little confused. So you just hold down the button when the bobber goes down, and we got a green gill, 10 inches. Hell yeah. And there we go. Cat's happy. In the GameCube version and the Wii version, you had to actually catch 2 of these fish for some reason. Kind of glad they took that out. Well, there you go. Now the cat went home, and we might as well go check up on the store, because we got a slingshot to buy. If I was a better Let's Player, I probably would have shown off that you cannot even buy stuff at the store until you catch the fish, but I didn't have a set order by going on this stuff. I'm sorry. Hey Link, come in. You simply must hear this. My little kitty cat is so amazing. Today, he caught a fish all by his little old self. Bitch. Cat can't catch no fish. Haven't you talked to Jaggle? How do you think he caught it? Maybe he's a genius. Jesus Christ. Isn't he so cute the way he laps up that milk? Say, my dear, why don't you have some too? I'm in a good mood. It's on the house today. Hell yeah. We got milk in a bottle. It's not even full. This is just old milk that she was gonna throw out anyway. You don't have to return that. Well, there you go. That's actually the best part. We got a bottle out of that. It's gonna be really useful. I'm sure you'd never do anything of the sort, but kids these days are always tossing their trash in the, yeah, just like that chick who put her cradle in the river. It's true. So what do you say, my dear? Isn't there anything you want to do today? If you're interested, take a look around with the control stick. So we can buy some milk. That'll just restore some hearts. Not really helpful now or ever in the game, because there's a much better way of healing items. And as I said, this game isn't hard. You're probably not even going to be using that many healing items. So we got bee larva, used as fishing bait, pretty much just for recreational fishing. I don't think I've ever even really used it in all my years playing this game. Here we go, the slingshot. I got this for the kids. It's an awful toy. Well, if you got it for the kids, then why are you putting it up for sale? It's also dangerous. She wants the kids to kill each other. It's 30 rupees. We don't got 30 rupees. We only got 8, but I'm sure we can look around and find some money. That's usually what I do when I need to buy something at the store and I don't have enough money. I'm always just doing stuff like smashing pumpkins. Great way to find money in the real world. Nothing in there. Let's see if we can find some. There we go. See? Like I said. This is Link's day job. He smashes pumpkins for rupees. Yo! Don't waste food! Pisses off the villagers, who yells at him after he destroys every last one of the pumpkins. The first 3 he was like, okay. Those must have been accidents, but after that fourth one, that's when it's getting real. Okay. Probably not gonna get much rupees out of these things, but it's a good start, nonetheless. You can find some rupees. I found one under that bridge. There's some laying in the grass. There's one right here. There's a pretty good way to get rupees. If you go over here. And people like to keep rupees on top of their roofs in this game. And luckily, this roof is very accessible. So over here, more rupees. But more importantly, something else that likes to pop up on people's roofs is hot grass, as well as a 10 rupee. I also got to say in the old version, every time you reload the game, infamously, if you picked up a rupee greater than a 1 rupee, it would play this little cutscene. Thankfully, that only happens once per playthrough in the new version, so that's nice. We only need 1 more rupee for the slingshot. And I think our friend the hawk can lend a wing. So let's give this a shot. Okay, so got some rocks up there and a yellow rupee. That would well put us past our thing. You can't actually send the hawk to pick up rupees for you. Their talons actually burn when they come in contact with rupees, so they won't pick them up. But they can grab chickens. They're very good at that. So I'm gonna have the hawk pick up the chicken, and then we can harness the power of flight from the chicken to get the rupee, and then throw the chicken away, which is not the lesson we got when we got the bottle, but that's what we do with our resources. Okay. Oh, here's Mayor Bo. Let's talk to this guy. Morning, Link. Sounds like Fado's handling things at the ranch on his own today. When he's up there all alone, I always figure some calamity or other is gonna happen. And like clockwork. It's heading for town. Somebody stop the goat. Okay, so this is this little roundup. If you hold A, you can just grab this thing and toss it on the ground. Ah, Fado did it again. These goats have been awful skittish lately. You gotta be on your toes. Sorry about that, Link, but thanks to you, that goat didn't get away. It's another weird little mechanic that's used like once or twice throughout the game. But yeah, it's basically when something's heading for you, Link will get into a little pose. You can hold A to kind of just grab it, and it won't bowl you over. Here's the goat. Looks really depressed. Let's give him a little pet. Alright. Yeah, those things are pretty cute. Okay, well, we got 45 rupees. I think it's about time, at long last, that we get the slingshot. Because I'm dying for it. That being said, it's one of the most worthless items in the game. But, you gotta start small. So, slingshot, 30 rupees. What are you doing buying a slingshot, you naughty thing? You're too old for toys. Will you at least let the kids play with it? Man, now she's putting like the morality on us. Oh, I should tell you, if you happen to run out of pellets, you can also use pumpkin seeds. I destroyed all the pumpkins. Okay, so we can hold 50 pellets. That's probably gonna be enough to last us the entire game. Unless your aim's really bad, which mine is, so might need a little more. Okay. So we got the slingshot. Let's try it out on the wildlife. Not on... What's that dude's name? I actually don't remember. Might be taking me a little while to get used to the controls here. Okay. I always forget if I like it inverted or non-inverted, which I think you might be able to change, but I don't know. So we're gonna try hitting the bees with the slingshot. There you go. Shit! And then they'll go after you. Everyone knows the best way to get rid of bees is to jump in the lake. And they'll leave you alone. I think if you shoot them from far away enough, then you can avoid the bees coming after you. We could actually scoop up this bee larva here. This is how you get bee larva for free instead of buying it in the store. You can use it for fish bait. You might be able to be able to even eat it. I don't remember. But yeah, probably not gonna we might get into fishing later on in the series. I don't know. Might have like a chillax fish sesh. There is a fishing hole somewhere in this game where you can do some deep lure fishing and all that good shit. So hopefully, what you should do now is like get a beer ready, and then like you can drink while you're watching that video. We'll just have like a fishing day. So there's rupees on top of this tree. So now we got 30 rupees again. We could buy like a second slingshot if there was another available. Although the price might have gone up since we kind of like bought out the market. Okay. If you fall from big heights, you can roll default to get rid of the damage if it's like not from too high. So that's how we didn't die and broke our legs when we jumped off that tree there. Just in time, Link. I just delivered something to your room. Oh, I see you got the fishing rod. Colin will be pleased, and it works better than you would think, right? Yeah. It has the power to make cats look like geniuses. Okay, let's brag. Just gonna brag. Okay, fuck it. Link has a slingshot? Whoa! Wow, you had enough money to buy it, Link? You know, if money is so easily accessible, I'm surprised they haven't found it. Maybe if they actually spent time doing like kid activities instead of just like standing out here all day, they'd actually be able to buy the slingshot themselves. Preparations complete. Okay, wow, this is great. Let's see how powerful that slingshot is. Hit the targets and those scarecrows. I can't believe you two brats are so obsessed about this. It just shows what little boys you still both are. These two idiots will never learn to shut up about it. Jesus Christ, she's so mean. So I guess I'll just have to show it to them. Like, okay. Let's give it to him. I think you can actually... Jesus, I know someone has like a funny animation. Yeah. Whop! Just hit Mallow in the face with it. Okay, so this is still a training thing. Whoa! You hit it! You hit it! I looked at the manual in the store and it said that it's easier to hit nearby targets if you press ZL when you're aiming. I thought you were interested in Beth. Okay, whatever. I miss. Yeah, get him too. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I am not comfortable with this aiming situation. I need my Wii mode. Aiming on the Wii version was pretty smooth, but I really hated the waggle controls. I actually preferred the GameCube version back in the day. And there ends the slingshot tutorial. Gee, you really are amazing, Link. By the way, Link, were you expecting Colin's dad to bring something by here? 'Cause he did! Oh yeah, that's right. What was that? Anyway, I command you to tell us. Jesus Christ, well I'm not gonna. Link doesn't talk in this game, don't you know? There's a big nasty spider on the ladder to our house. It's gonna kick the shit out of it with the slingshot here. And there's a rupee inside of it. So it's a good thing we got that slingshot after all. Let's see what his dad put in the chest. The wooden sword. Russell returned it after honing it for you. This is a really bad sword that you get to use. But we're going to be able to upgrade it after not too long. So don't worry. Link's a true swordsman. He deserves a true sword, not a hunk of wood. But we got to brag about it. Ooh my, isn't that a wooden sword, Link? Whoa, she's right. Hey, can I see it for a sec? Seriously, lately these monkeys have been coming out of the woods and playing tricks on us. We want to get them good. Well, we're going to teach these kids how to kill monkeys with a sword. We want to see that move, the slice. Whoops, that's not B. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly right. A horizontal slice. You can do a vertical slice if you're targeting something and pressing B. It doesn't really make a big difference. I don't know why they bother even like making you do these tutorials in all the Zelda games because it really doesn't matter most of the time in pretty much any Zelda game what type of swords that I should do. We can do a stab by holding forward and... Oops, that's not it. That's not the stab. That was actually a jump attack. Did that a little prematurely, so you don't Z-target when you're doing the stab. And I'm really good at this game. Jesus. Oh yeah, I think actually you are supposed to Z-target. I just pressed the wrong button. There we go. Somehow I pressed A before. I'm supposed to press B. It's a good thing I have this tutorial to really get me on get the rust off here. I keep doing the jump. I'm supposed to do the spin. I'm not even reading the text anymore. Okay. Spin attack. You can either hold down the button or do a little swoopy circle with the control stick and press B. Pretty easy stuff. Now we get to the jump attack. And that busts the Scarecrow's hat off. The tutorial is complete. I only fucked it up about 90%, so I think we're good to go kill monkeys. I think I get it, kinda. Maybe not. So this means that anytime one of those naughty monkeys shows up. There he is. There he is. Come here, you. Go kill it. It's starting to occur to me that we've been a bad influence. Everyone went into the woods. I wonder if they're okay. Well, let's go find out. We're gonna have to make right by this, because somehow I'm starting to think this is my fault. Tallow and Mallow went chasing like crazy people after that monkey. I can't keep up with those two. Well, maybe if you guys got more exercise, you'd work some cardio in there, you know? They went that way. The rest is up to you, Link. That was pretty cool. Well, looks like we just gotta go find Tallow. I mean, God only knows what kind of shit he's got himself into. We're probably just gonna find him, like, sitting among a bunch of bloody monkey limbs. He's gonna be eating the carcasses. It's gonna be really disgusting. And would you look at that? It's a fence. But would you also look at that? It's hot grass. So we can call on Mo Butts. And here she comes. And now we can jump the fence. Tallow probably just climbed over it. But we're not that athletic. I mean, look at him. He outrun both Mallow and that chick, whatever her name is. We can't bring Mo Butts into this cave, though. And more to the point, the cave is pretty dark, and it's probably got something like, I don't know, a giant spider web or something like that that we can't even use our sword to get through, because that's just how shitty our sword is. Just off the top of my head, I'm guessing. So we're gonna need to probably just get something to prepare for that. Whoa, an Ordonian. Hey, guy. Listen, I'm not sure you should be wandering around the woods without a lantern. Just because it's daylight doesn't mean it's safe. There are a ton of caves and dank spots around here that get pretty dark even in the middle of the day. Here, go on, guy. Take this. So we get a lantern. This is a must for seeing dark places. So we got a lantern here. This is actually a pretty useful item. See, I sell lantern oil here. I'm trying to drum up sales by giving away free lanterns. It's a business tactic, guy. See, as long as you got all the oil to fuel your lantern, you can light your way instead of fire stuff. I just love this business tactic where he just gives away free lanterns because he's selling oil, even though you like never really buy oil from this guy. Well, even if you do, you can technically steal it from him. So we can try it out right now. Might as well. It comes with a big old full round of oil. And voila. That's right. See? It's on fire, guy. I just love how, like, he's really trying to, like, get this across. Like, don't you see? It's on fire now. That's how fire works. Yeah, you keep using that lantern anytime you feel the need, and if it runs out of oil, you come see me to get it refilled. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure to do that. You can also light these torches here. What's really nice about the lantern is if you take your, take your sword out. I don't know why I keep using the Y button for the sword. If you take your sword out, the lantern actually clips to your hip there, so you can kind of use it while you're doing other stuff, which is pretty handy because we're going to be going into some dark spots. Now, we can cook up whatever he's eating here, and I think I'm going to do just that. But first we got to drink this milk. It's probably going bad anyway, so we should probably just get rid of it. Let's scoop the juice. We got the nasty soup. Koro's special recipe. You hungry, guy? If you want some soup, feel free to have as much as you like, but I don't know if you'll like it, so don't blame it on me if you get sick, okay, guy? Delicious! Oh. Yeah, that shit actually hurts you, but it's always funny to see, so. Okay, so we can chop down grass. This is actually a really nice thing they added in Twilight Princess. You can run while slashing. So cutting down grass can be pretty simple. I don't think they've put this in a single Zelda game since, which is really a shame. So here we got a brand new enemy. Deku Baba, I believe they're called in this game. Pretty nasty, they can bite you. But when you kill them, they drop these things, break them, and we get 50 seeds for the slingshot. That's a full slingshot clip. So, a play wooden sword. It's Talos. Oh, Jesus. He dropped his sword and ran into the cave of darkness. So, we got our first cave here. Gonna make our way through this. Lighting lanterns as we go. Or torches as we go. And filled with enemies here. Just gonna try to go past them. What do you know? Just like I said, doing it again. I still can't believe that the sword is so shitty that it just boing right off the web. But luckily the lantern makes short work of it, so we're good there. Rats, pretty basic enemy. We got some pots on webs here. You can get most of these with your sword, and we can get some rupees out of it. This one, just use a slingshot for it. Get that down, 5 extra rupees. Got a little offshoot here. Let's see what's... I keep doing that. I'm gonna really need to learn where the B button is. Spin attack can be really useful in situations like this where you're surrounded by enemies. I don't even know why I'm busting this. We don't need slingshot seeds. A lot of times in caves you can find little chests. Get little trinkets like rupees, which is good. We're going to be using quite a bit of rupees in this game. They did a lot better job than Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time barely ever used rupees, even though you found them everywhere. So it's nice when Zelda games put rupees to actual use. You feel like you're actually collecting them for something. Okay, so back in Faron Woods. Oh my goodness, I keep doing this. And we got a new enemy up here. The Bokoblin. These dudes are weird. Our first humanoid enemy. Pretty easy to take out. Like most enemies in this game. There's not much to do in this area, but you can see on the map down in the corner there, there is a little area we can enter. It's actually not here. It's over on the other side. I thought that was a little entrance, but that was just a little cubby area. So over here we got a gate, but it's locked. And these dudes are also guarding it. Forest temple ahead. You got enough lantern oil? If not, stop at Trills. So Trill's actually the little bird that we saw Koro with. And he runs his own shop. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with that either. I kind of like this actually. I like how creepy these things look. All that drool coming off their mouths. So we need a key to get through that gate, and it's actually in a cave up here. So we're gonna go explore this cave and ignore all the bats on the way. except for this one. So take out this dude. The jump attack's really good because it does extra damage. So we'll light both these torches, and a lot of times in this game, you can make treasure chests appear by doing stuff like lighting all the torches in a room, or sometimes lighting all the torches in a room will cause something to happen. And sometimes you'll want to also burn them out, but we don't quite know how to do that yet. We got a piece of heart. It takes 5 pieces of heart to make 1 brand new heart container. I believe there's 45 pieces of heart in this game, which is a lot. Jesus. Which is a lot. So we're gonna be looking for a good chunk of them. I probably won't be picking them all up as I go through, just for the sheer reason that I won't remember where they all are, or they'll be out of the way. I'm sure like later on, we might have like a video dedicated to just like going around and tying up some loose ends with stuff, and maybe I'll point out where all the pieces of heart that I missed once were. So only time will tell on that one. I guess we'll just have to see. So we need to go back to that gate and make our way through the Bokoblins again. Because don't forget, we still need to find tallow. Nope, didn't want to read that. Okay. So we got the key to unlock this and kill this idiot. Leave him lying. It's like I always say. This is pretty cool here. You can actually see these guys having a little conversation. It's kind of weird. Just come in and bust up the party. And over here, we're gonna get our first look at Trill's shop. Make payment at the box near shopkeeper. This is actually kind of an interesting little thing. I like the noises that the bird makes. Buy something. So basically you can take out your bottle and you can scoop up whatever you want here. We got a red potion refill. This blend of mushrooms and herbs replenishes life energy. So this should heal, I think, about 8 hearts. We got lantern oil, which we already are familiar with. We'll probably get some lantern oil here. Could be helpful. So now if we ever run out of oil, we got a good little refill situation going on here. Now we're supposed to pay right here. So you got several options here. You can either not pay and just leave, and Trill will get mad at you. He might attack you. That might happen if you steal from him twice. You could leave 1 rupee, and Trill will yell at you, but he won't actually attack you. Any rupees at all will make it so he at least doesn't attack you. You could look up the price. 20 rupees. We could drop 20 rupees in the box and he'd be satisfied. We could leave a tip and he'd be really happy. And I really like Trill, so I'm gonna leave him a 5 rupee tip. What a generous young man. I can't get over those little noises he makes. Okay. So, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna make it a drinking game that every time I pull out the slingshot, instead of using my sword, just take a shot. It'll be wasted by the end of this video. So we're gonna do some exploring and find this treasure chest here. I know we're trying to rescue Tallow, but we gotta explore. So this is the forest temple right here. You saw the sign for that earlier. And Tallow and the monkey are now prison mates. And I mean, I've seen every episode of Orange is the New Black. I think I know exactly how this situation ends up playing out. So we're gonna rescue Tallow and the monkey, and hope that Tallow doesn't kill the monkey on sight, like he originally intended to. So, safely, just, god damn it. I was trying to do a jump attack, but whatever. Just safely slash through this cage and through their necks, and then I think that wraps things up for now. We're almost an hour in. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.